Stephen King looks like the type of guy that you don't really want to run into on the streets. I mean, look. Especially when you realize that he wrote books like Misery, Carrie, Cycle the Werewolf, The Shining, and a whole bunch of other crazy scary books that not many people have the guts to read. But of course, that doesn't mean that it happened to him, otherwise he'd be dead. No, King's life experiences and fears, mind you, leak into his writing in much more subtle ways, but you can tell when you read. New Historicism is an approach to literature that emphasizes the interaction between the content of the work and the author of said work. For one of those examples, his father sorta kinda disappeared when King was around 2 years old. Went out for some cigarettes and never came back. Obviously, growing up with a father figure in a more lower-class family had an effect on little Stevie. And as most of us would be, I'm sure he was pretty ticked off at his dad for never coming back. This is shown in a novel or two. In Carrie, his first published work, Carrie's father wasn't around at all, seeing as it was said that he had raped Carrie's mother, and that was what made Carrie in the first place. It's a pretty negative showing of the father, which proves that there was obviously some animosity there, don't you think? Another way was something I'm sure we can all relate to. In one of his books, Misery, the main character and author was in a car accident and became trapped by a crazed fan. King himself was in a car accident, and almost gave up writing after that. After healing, he had no inspiration at all. In fact, something slightly different, after writing his first published novel, Carrie, he threw away the first scene because he felt completely discouraged with himself and his own works. His wife pretty much pulled it out of the trash and made him keep writing it, which, see where that went. In Misery again, the author in the story has no idea what to write in order to get free because she is holding him there hostage. Writer's block affects the best of us. A final reason in his own simple fears. He's afraid of simple things no one would expect from him. The dark, death, bugs, stuff like that. He's written about every single one of those. His most popular books all have death, we all know this. One called It, specifically, even has another one of those fears that I listed above, but I don't want to spoil it for you. So yeah, Stephen King shows a lot of his life experiences and fears in his books. He might be scary, but he's still a writing genius, and no one can really deny that.